Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Getting Ready with Emily. It is prom season, and so I just wanted to make a short video of a basic beauty look that you can use for any special occasion, especially prom. And so I'm clean face, I moisturized with my Kandesn Deep Moisture Lotion. I used my Dr. Chin's Refining and Lifting Cream under my eyes. I do have a little bit of breakout, so I'm going to start there. And I'm going to be using a plethora of products today. So I'm going to start first of all by covering up those tiny little pimples with a little bit of concealer. So start there just to give yourself a little bit of a flawless look. I know sometimes it can be frustrating, especially if you're a teenager. I'm in my 40s and I still have breakouts occasionally, especially like after camping, which I just went camping. So my skin is a little bit aggravated from all of the dirt. So I'm going to start just by taking my brush and dabbing that in to cover those red marks. You can also use a green concealer if you like, that cancels out the red color. It's kind of basic color knowledge, like the color wheel. So that's a little bit better. I'm going to add some foundation next to create a clean, flawless palette. Just a little. I don't like to be super heavy with my foundation, so I just apply just the tiniest bit, but you can apply however much you like, and you can build on that also. I like to put it over my lips, so that way when I put my lipstick on, it looks perfect color. Helps to make your colors look a little bit more vibrant, excuse me. So I'm going to put a tiny bit more concealer on those two spots, just again to cover them up. A little bit there, a little bit there. You could add concealer under your eyes if you'd like. Any dark spots, things like that. Sometimes you get bags under your eyes and you want to look like you're a little bit more awake. I think I might do that today. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of concealer here and here, just on the inner corners of my eyes where I see a little bit of darkness. You can use your finger if you want to really get in there. Put a little bit on your eyelid as well, just to brighten everything up. All right. So next, I'm going to add a tiny bit of finishing powder just to set everything so that my makeup will stay, especially on those spots where we had to add the concealer because you don't want that to move. Perfect. And then a lot of people really enjoy, what's it called? Can't think of the name. Anyways, moving on. I'll just show you. They enjoy adding a little bit of bronzer to under their cheekbones. And a little bit around where the sun would hit, around their hairline. You can add it to your nose if you'd like to. I just do a little bit around my hairline and my cheekbones just to give me a tiny bit of warmth. I do a little to the top of my nose, not a whole lot. I just like to look a tiny bit sun-kissed, maybe around your jaw also. Next is going to be my brows. So I'm going to use the Kandesn Eye Trim Pencil in Blonde. I have to brush out my brows first. Mine get a little bit unruly. So if you can brush them in first, that helps to make it a little bit easier to fill them in. So I have a tiny little bald spot right there in the front. And just like that, just a little bit, just to create a nice line. And again, our goal is to look polished and finished. Don't want to overdraw your brows. Stay within the lines of your own eyebrows, really to look natural and to look like yourself. I think the one thing we never want is when we take our makeup off to be shocking. I mean, everybody looks different, but no one wants to look shocking. Okay, next is the eyeshadow. So I am going to use a couple of different eyeshadows. I'm going to use some color today. I hate to use the word purple, but they're just like more in the purplish family. So I'm going to start with a sparkle all over on the lid, something to give a little bit of glitter. Again, we'll do the other side. all over that lid. You want to create a full cover of eyeshadow. Okay, that looks good. And then you can always clean up around underneath your eyes if you need to. Some people get where it falls down underneath. Next, we're going to put a tiny bit in the crease of our eyes. So I have hooded lids, so you notice when I open my eyes, you can't really see much, right? So I really have to work hard for people to be able to see that. So for hooded lids, I'm going to start with the crease and then I'll work up. So this is a little bit of a darker, a little bit more pigment. With my eye open, and then you can actually see, and you want to create almost like a tiny little V right there. So a little bit of that color right in through here, and then a little bit over. We're going to blend that here in just a second. We'll do the other side. Same thing. And a little bit of a V. We're going to add a little color right here in this corner. And then again, we'll blend that here in just a moment. You can use your finger if you want to kind of blur those lines a little bit. Perfect. Next, we're going to add a highlight to this. So if you want to take your brush, whichever brush you like, I would suggest nothing high shine. That doesn't seem to be very popular. Something just a little bit to kind of blend those lines in. You can see the difference already just in adding that. So some people don't like to add the highlight to their brow bone, but I think it really does help to lessen that line and make it look a little bit more natural. So again, same thing on the other side. Blend that in and kind of blur that line. And we're going to take that same color with an angled brush, and we're going to use the one that we use all over on the lid. It's kind of a shimmery color. We're going to put that underneath our eyes. Just a little bit. You can already see a little bit more of a dramatic effect. Just underneath the eyes. Perfect. Just like that. So one thing a lot of people know about me is I'm not very good with liquid eyeliner. So here comes my trick. I use the Kandesn eye trim pencil in black to draw the line, and then I follow it over with my liquid eyeliner from Kandesn. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to draw my line all the way in. Same thing on the other side. You can make it as thin or as thick as you would like. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this pencil inside the watermark of my eye. Just like that. Okay, so you can already see this starting to evolve into more of a dramatic eye makeup look. So here comes the Kandesn liquid eyeliner. After that, this will really set it and make it so that your eyeliner doesn't go onto the top of your eyelids. I always have an issue with that, with smearing and things like that, just because of my hooded lids. So next you follow it with this. You can create a wing if you want, whatever you would like. I'm going to do the other side next. Put a tiny bit more on my right eye. Okay, Alrighty, so there's my eyeliner. And then I'm going to finish it with mascara. Now, if you wanted to do false eyelashes, this is where you would add your lashes after you did your mascara. And I highly recommend using the black glue because that way it doesn't show up so much. It's a lot easier to apply. But that's a look for another day. So today we're just gonna apply some of the Kandesn Lash Enhancing Mascara. You can just fan your eyelashes out. This will make them nice and full. This won't flake, it won't smear. That's why I love wearing it for day or night. Put a little on the bottom lashes. Let's do 2 coats today. And there's the eye makeup. Okay, much better, right, than when I started. So next is going to be a cheek color, and I'm actually going to use the same color on my cheeks as I do on my lips, and then that way it makes it a little bit easier for you to reapply throughout the evening if you want to. I'm gonna put a tiny bit more powder right there just to cover that tiny bit more. Because I know that's the hard thing is you always have a small purse for evenings, and so then you can only reapply lipstick and that's it. So I'm gonna use in Berry Red from Kandesn, this on a little bit on my cheeks, and then we'll add some to our lips. So you wanna apply it to the apples of your cheeks and work your way out along the cheekbone. Same thing on this side. You can always put more if you want. This is highly, highly pigmented, so it doesn't take much. And this will last you, I promise. And I love the color. I feel like it looks good on all skin tones, not just fair blondes. So you can add a little bit more. I always like a little more cheek tint personally, just because it gives you a little bit more brightness when you get your pictures taken, whether you're at prom or any evening event, really. Put a tiny bit more right down there. Okay. Very nice. So last but not least is the lip color. So I'm going to use that same lip color, Berry Red from Kandesn. So we'll have a little bit more of a bold lip color for your evening. So this is a little, like I said, a little bit bolder, but I feel like it's a color that really does look good on all skin tones. So anyone can use this color. This one, if you make any mistakes, you can always go back in with a lip liner pencil with some concealer and outline if you feel like you want to fix it up a little bit. Okay, this is the big trick. You don't want to end up with lipstick on your teeth at your event. And then last but not least, I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of lip liner. So you can use the Mocha if you'd like from Kandesn, or there's also a Raisin, and that would go nicely with this also, depending on if you want it to look a little bit more bold or a little bit more muted. I'm gonna use the Mocha, similar to the Mocha, just almost like a nude to give me an outline. Okay, there you have it. So here is your evening look for prom, for dinner, for your anniversary, whatever it may be. Something very simple beauty makeup. I hope you learned something. Have a great day.